as the chairperson, Senator Wafula Wakoli of Bungoma County, forced to recuse himself from the committee grilling Trans Nzoia County Governor George Natembeya. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. EBN Prime Edition kicks off right now. Senator Wafula Wakoli of Bungoma County was forced to recuse himself from the Oversight Committee as chair after Trans Nzoia County Governor George Natembeya demanded so following Wakoli's remarks, which were deemed as prejudicial to the sitting on Thursday. Natembeya expressed his worry of being persecuted wrongly before the committee when the chair had already made a predetermination on the matter. Kisumu Senator Professor Tom Ojienda had to proceed with the session acting as chair.
That's how serious the Senate committee is. It's not just a talk show. And when you come here, you can discuss very serious issues. So if the chair of a committee has made such remarks in public, what chance do I stand for fairness? Will it be a fair hearing? If a magistrate or a judge were to make such remarks in public about an accused person going to appear before them, I think the logical thing to do, if the judge made those remarks in the heat of the moment, I think just reasonable for the judge to recuse himself. What did the judge say? Challenged me as a man, as a Bukusu man. He is not appearing before men, other men to be persecuted. If I chickened out on account I didn't have enough time, I'll be finished today.
I can assure you that I wasn't aware that there was any prior preempting of the situation. But having said that, you also indicated that the notice that you were given was very short. You have a right to lie to the committee and request for more time. That's a privilege that you have, that's a right that you have.
On my side, to fairness, I'm supporting the governor to be given time. Because even if we are going to give him 1 month, 1 month will be finished.
If the governor, what he said is true, I think personally I would say that we need to give more time to the governor. And if the pronouncement is there, then I think you as a chair, maybe you will not be fair to this governor.
Council, I trust your wisdom to defend the innocent and the guilty. I want to take a neutral position and proceed as an active member of this committee. Thank you.
Raila Odinga's ally and a big critic of the broad-based government, Siaya Governor James Orengo, led a delegation of leaders from the county to meet President William Ruto at State House in Nairobi. The meetup was an opportunity for the largely ODM leaders to praise the broad-based government arrangement, assuring the president of the support in 2027. Siaya Governor Orengo has conspicuously missed from a number of meetings between the ODM and UDA and has vocally expressed his dissent concerning the formation.
Your Excellency, our county of Siaya has come here as in a united front. I know you thought that we were divided. I know you thought that we might not be able to come as a team.
Please come to our aid in transforming Siaya, because where agriculture is having an impact in society, what national government invests infrastructure and even direct investment into enterprise can change the life positively of communities.
We also want to assure you that we don't double speak as people of Siaya and people of my region. When we say one thing, that is what we mean, and we don't mean anything else. If we say we are in broad-based government, we are in broad-based government, we are working, and the principles have been established. So this is not time for us to be talking too much. Let us work. Let us work and work together, because development fears noise.
This broad-based government is God-sent. It is what we need to move Kenya forward. Because some of the decisions we are making are so difficult. For example, we would not have done the leasing of our sugar mills, something we have been trying since I was Minister for since I was Minister for Agriculture in 2009. But it became possible because of broad-based.
So I want to plead with the people, let us speak the language of the president. If we go out there and then we start to speak like what Rigathi Gachagua is saying, I think then we are undermining the president. I want to plead with all of us that from today onward, let us speak in support of the government.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has declared that he is not a pushover and will not be intimidated by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. While speaking in Kitui County, he warned Gachagua against verbal insults and threats towards leaders visiting the Mount Kenya region. Kindiki also called on leaders to be respectful to each other, saying the opposition led by Rigathi Gachagua is not a viable option for Kenyans come 2027.
Na mimi nataka niwaambie, msidanganywe watu wetu wa Ukambani kuingia katika siasa ya ujinga na ya bure na ya kuongea tu kusukumana na maneno ya kelele na vita. Kwa sababu siasa ni mashindano ya uongozi, sio vita. Kwa sababu siasa kila kiongozi anakuja anauza sera. Wananchi wale wengi wakimkubalia kama vile mlikubalia Nimrod, anaendelea. Ule hajapata leo anangojea labda siku ingine Mungu atamjalia. Simple and clear, isn't it? Kwani ni vita jameni? Sio vita. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba tuheshimiane. Kuna viongozi wanatembea kila mahali wakitukana viongozi, wakitukana wananchi, wakipiganisha nchi, wakiongea mambo ya hatari na kuleta mambo ya wasiwasi baina ya wananchi. I want to assure you, as the Deputy President of Kenya, God loves Kenya so much, and the government will do whatever it is to make sure our country is stable and safe today, tomorrow, and forever. Musiwe na wasiwasi. Ate kunaweza kuwa sijui na machafuko. We cannot allow. Mungu hawezi kubali kwa sababu anapenda Kenya. Na serikali pia haiwezi kubali. Ile uhuru iko ni uhuru ya watu kutafuta viti, hiyo ni sawa sawa. Moja akuje ajieleze. Kesho yake mwingine akuje ajieleze. Ule atapata shukuru Mungu. Ule atakosa angoje. Ama namna gani watu yangu ya Kitui? Mungetaka tukae na amani katika nchi yetu.
Nandi Hills Member of Parliament Bernard Kitur has alleged that his life is in danger following his continued push to bring to book an organ transplant syndicate linked to a private hospital in Eldoret. The hospital is suspected of carrying out illegal kidney transplants. Speaking when he appeared before the National Assembly's Health Committee on Thursday to help in the inquiry, the Member of Parliament claimed that the continued threats to his life happened as recently as Wednesday evening. He revealed that this intimidation was coming from the hospital's officials, detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, and even local leaders.
What is the current policy on a judicial section in terms of payment? Does communities, local communities charge any money? And if it is yes, how much?
The minute we start operating in silos in this country, that is exactly how we get it wrong. We must be holistic in the way we approach our matters. Thank you, Chair.
And as we speak right now, there is a department of DCI that is a department that is dealing with land fraud. But having had several meetings with the DCI, we realize that it is important to bring other stakeholders, not as a multi-agency, on a standalone multi-agency, but in terms of workings. That now, as DCI investigate, then EACC should also have an eye, or you know, have an eye on investigation going on. Then also NIS should be able to feed in with the intelligence and because we realized land fraud is not just like robbing, you know, someone standing there and robbing. Land fraud is an organized crime.
4 days after his Madaraka Day speech, President William Ruto has officially returned the KAZI MTAANI program, which he had halted after stepping into office. Speaking during the 62nd Madaraka Day celebrations held in Homa Bay County, President Ruto said the government made the decision to reintroduce the program to address the growing demand for job opportunities among the youth. President Ruto had previously abolished KAZI MTAANI in 2022, explaining that the youth would instead be absorbed into the affordable housing plan under the Jua Kali sector.
The majority of the activities are going to coalesce around roads and roads-related activities. So we expect that we are going to have activities such as expansion of drainages along the roads. We are going to have even roads which are being done either from cobblestone, from Cabro. There will be just, footpaths that will be constructed, access roads to various public facilities.
Because you work for 10 days, you take a break for 10 days, it's an opportunity to acquire some skill, which then would allow you to do the next available job opportunity that we continue to push as an administration.
So we'll also be working closely with those committees to be able to supply us with some of the basic materials like gravel, like hardcore, to ensure that the roads that we improve are also improving the connectivity in areas that have challenges.
The Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, on Thursday met senior commanders from across the country to discuss emerging security challenges and issues affecting the welfare of police officers. The IG has ordered all county commanders to form corruption prevention committees, investigate all corruption cases, and file reports with his office. Failure to do so will see the county commanders bear personal responsibility and be held accountable for any corruption cases within their jurisdiction.
The responsibilities of those corruption prevention committee shall be to develop, implement, review, and monitor corruption prevention framework within that area. You will need to come out with a SWOT analysis so that you are able to identify and flag out key areas which needs your input in ensuring that you mitigate against the elements of corruption that will become prone.
We wanted to also have this sitting here with the senior leadership so that we can be able to discuss on a very serious note matters, corruption within the National Police Service and how we can be able to deal with it. I know corruption is not about the police alone, it's a societal problem actually. However, as an organization, we must address it from where we sit.
President William Ruto has reaffirmed that he will not back down in his quest to end sugarcane cartels in Western Kenya as government beefs up decision to lease sugar factories to private investors. The head of state met members of parliament from Vihiga, Kakamega, Busia, Bungoma, and Trans Nzoia at State House. The head of state said the government is sustaining reforms in the sugar sector to inject the much-needed professionalism, sound management, and efficiency.
Yeah. Yes, 112.
We must focus on agricultural activities that put money in people's pockets. You know, the reason I am so passionate about this sugarcane and the reason I am ready kukosana na watu is because we must sort it out. It is what has impoverished Western Kenya. Because when people engage in an activity that makes them poorer, we are hurting them. You know? Mtu analete miwa yake. 6 months later, hajalipwa. 1 year later, amezama. Inakuwa ni kesi. Inakuwa ni siasa. Mpaka sasa inafika sijui wapi, itafutwe pesa ya serikali. I want to give you my assurance. We will make sure that cane farmers are paid a good price. They are paid weekly. The workers are paid. And I promise you by December this year, I will come to Nzoia, I will come to all the other mills, and we are going to pay bonus. We are going to pay bonus.
Most men tend to think roads as infrastructure, and it's important. But I think Western Kenya, not just the Luya Western Kenya and the Teso, including Rift Valley and Nyanza, I think beyond the kind of infrastructure we are doing, if we put some money in seedlings for agricultural crops that can bring our people up, that is what Central has been doing. I think we will grow our people from poverty. And once you do that, Your Excellency, I'm thinking Eldoret Airport, International Airport, and Kisumu need to be operationalized to do direct cargo from Western Kenya directly to Europe, Western Kenya directly to the rest of Africa, in order for us. We can also grow French beans.
Tensions are high in the Nyamira County Assembly following a High Court ruling that upheld the impeachment of Speaker Enoch Okero and declared all actions declared by him thereafter unlawful. Delivering the ruling at Bomet High Court, Justice Julius Kipkosgei stated that Okero ceased to hold office following his impeachment in October 2024 and that his continued occupancy of the Speaker's office has no legal foundation. In response, more than half of the members of County Assembly have expressed dissatisfaction with the court's ruling.
The misreporting which you've seen in media, the judge did not declare anyone as the elected Speaker of the Nyamira County Assembly. If you read for a judgment, if you read the judgment yourself, actually you read the judgment yourself and the judge says that the judge did not declare, he said that it has no jurisdiction to declare who is the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira. So I consider the view that under the orders we have, that one Enoch Okero is still the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira until he is properly removed from office and another individual elected as Speaker. And that one has not happened. It was not near anywhere in the judgment which was issued at the High Court in Bomet. And we've been dismayed by our that judgment, by the kind of judgment which the judge gave. On the first issue, number one, we have other active cases which are ongoing in court. The judge did not consider the merit or the issue of those other cases. Number two, and most importantly, the judge dealt on the issue of impeachment, which was not part of any of the requests by the people who went to court.
And the 22 of us today, members of the County Assembly, who have been legally following the law, because we had a Speaker and we still have a Speaker, Enoch Okero, who is legally in office because the orders of E008, a petition that is still active in court, has not been vacated and has not been determined. That our courts can rule on small matters, leaving the mother matter without it being considered.
All right, allow us to take a quick breather. At that point, we'll be back shortly with more news making headlines. Stay with us, don't go too far.
Watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
From Nairobi, Kenya, this is EBN TV. Fitness, fabulous fitness. You need it, we got it. The best home workouts just for you. We keep it fun and sweaty. Join us at EBN TV and get that blood pumping. A fabulous workout for your fabulous body. Keep it fit and fab.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Well, dead and lost millions of Kenyan shillings. Mbugua says that surprisingly, these fake lawyers have have even represented many respondents in cases in court and are urging citizens to verify the legitimacy of lawyers when seeking legal services. Mbugua says if found guilty, they will be sentenced to between 1 and 3 years in prison, saying they will continue to push for the cleanup of the profession.
In our operation, we have managed to arrest 5 individuals who have been running 4 separate law firms or separate offices, which they purport to be law offices. It is unfortunate that these offices have been there for quite some time, since 2013, and we have realized that they have been conning members of public millions of shillings. Some of the offices we have recovered very serious documents, such as title documents. We have retrieved file cases, which matters are pending in court, with a clear indication that these masqueraders have also been appearing in court, especially the virtual court sessions, pretending to be lawyers and in capacity to provide legal services. It's very unfortunate that we continue to witness this, especially in our upcountry. What I would like to request our members of public who are around this area, whenever you seek legal services, wherever you are, kindly ensure that the person offering the services has introduced themselves, either by showing you their copy of license for the year, or you have verified their name by checking their name in the LSK search engine, in the Google search. You just need to Google search LSK search engine, feed the name of the person who is purporting to be an advocate, and shall provide you with a picture, the details of their validity of the license, and their full details and their office location.
The Bungoma South Junior Secondary School music competition has been completed at the Nzoia Primary School in Kandui constituency, Bungoma County. The competitions are a key link in the new CBC curriculum, which have the potential for job opportunities in the future. The chairperson of the festival in Bungoma South, who is also the head teacher of Ndegelwa School, Elizabeth Waboba, and the head teacher of Kitale Primary, Felix Nganga, have said that the CBC has brought a new awareness to many students and may change the country. Furthermore, the chairman of the Kenya National Union of Teachers, Bungoma South Branch, Augustine Watamba, and the deputy head teacher of Nzoia School, Boniface Wamokota, have appealed to parents to give their children a chance to showcase their talents.
I want to continue to encourage you for the good work you are doing. This wonderful job you are doing, it can only be paid by God. And whatever we are doing, we are setting serious foundations that will make our region to continue to prosper in the field of education.
Nataka kushukuru walimu wetu sana kwa sababu walitayarisha watoto vizuri. Standards za sub-county ungedhani ni nationals. Wamefanya kazi mzuri sana. Tunapeleka timu zetu county, tukijua tukifika huko timu zetu ndio zitaongoza. Tunataka kushukuru pia wazazi kuruhusu watoto kufanya hii michezo. Tunashukuru kwa sababu wameitikia wito wa CBE.
All right, to sports, Bungoma Queens are getting stronger ahead of the semi-final clash of the FKF Confederations Cup on Sunday, when they will face former champions of the Women's League, Vihiga Queens. The coach, Godfrey Mabonga, says it will not be easy, but they are confident of winning against Vihiga Queens in the match that is to be played at the Mumias Sports Complex. The team's captain, Doreen Ouma, and her teammate, Ruth Kurgat, have insisted that they must fight for this title until the final and are not afraid of the opponent despite their rich football history in the country. The winner of this Sunday's match will meet the winner between Kenya Police and Kibera Soccer Women.
Ask me about the Vihiga being one of the best team in Kenya that participate in the international, but on our side, we are not going with history. We may be like underdogs, but there is no underdog in Premier League. So, to be honest, and towards my minds and behind the jest I have here, we are going for a win. We are not just going to participate, we are going to compete, and we want to win that trophy. And this one goes to the federation. I want to appreciate them to look for sponsor who have been there for us and is doing something good, because at least at the end of the game, players are getting something. So it's not just like maybe playing as a tournament. It is a league, and for us, it's serious. We want to write history in Kenya. I just want to tell them, let them come in numbers, because they have been there for us. They have been pushing us, and this is the time they have to enjoy. So please, I call up the fans, not only Bungoma as the area, but this is about Western Derby, because it is beautiful to play at the Derby, and we are playing it at home.
Tumejipanga kwa shirikisho ambalo liko mbele yetu, ambalo ni baina yetu na Vihiga Queens. Hii wiki morali imekuwa juu, wachezaji tuko juu, yani training hakuna mtu analalisha. Tunakuja in numbers, in good numbers. So sisi tuko ready kwa face, na kwa mafans wetu sisi tuna promise win. Ara kuna wale wanasema mwisho wetu ni hapo, lakini sisi mwisho wetu ni finali na tunabeba finali.
Naona morali yetu iko juu. Pia vile tumeona kocha wetu. Unajua siku njema huanzanga asubuhi. Vihiga Queens washacheza international, na hiyo sisi international unajua inakuanga tu ni jina. But sasa ndio sisi. Unaona? Sasa tuende na jina. Sasa tunaenda na current vile tuko sasa. So we want to break that record kutoka kwao na ikuje kwetu.
All right, and that story was produced by our very own Duncan Koba from Bungoma County. Thank you so much. And that is where we wrap it up tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are up to date with what is making headlines across the Republic of Kenya tonight. Our sign language interpreter is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. And happy Eid al-Adha to our Muslim brothers as they celebrate their holiday tomorrow. Good night.